What you have to do in this station is show us how to identify and assemble an oxygen tank, and then apply a non-rebreather. And then the patient doesn't tolerate the non-rebreather, then you're going to put them on a nasal cannula, and then you're going to discontinue oxygen therapy. So the first thing that we're going to do is identify that this is an oxygen tank and that it's for medical grade oxygen. The way you do that is you look for three things. First one is a simple one. United States green over silver or solid green tank identifies that this is an oxygen tank. Now we need to identify if it's for medical use. What we're going to look for here is this right here, USP, which stands for United States Pharmacopoeia. Means that it is approved medical grade oxygen. The last one that we have here is what's called the PIN Index Safety System. All right, every regulated system in the United States has its own PIN, its own PIN system for its regulator. This is only for medical grade oxygen. So you got the big round hole with the two small pins underneath it. You're going to inspect your regulator, make sure that you have a rubber gasket and that it's intact. We have our oxygen tank. If it was a fresh tank, there would be a dust cover here. What you're going to do is you're just going to blow off any dust that's in it. Now you're going to attach and line up your regulator. Okay. When you do this, you make sure that you put the pins into the hole and the regulator into the system. Okay. And the T-nut here you'll tighten. This is only hand tight, and then you're going to turn on the tank. Okay? Make sure that's off. And then you're going to see if this is a full tank. This is a full tank. It's reading 2,000 psi. I'm going to tell that to my instructor. Now I have my patient that needs oxygen. So we're going to put on a non-rebreather, high-flow oxygen. We're going to utilize the non-rebreather at 15 liters per minute. This on. Okay. 15 liters per minute. We're going to make sure that the bag's at least 3/4 of the way full before we put it on the patient's face. Okay, we'll put this over the patient's face. Of course, telling our patient, sir, we're going to give you oxygen. It's going to help you breathe normally, take some nice deep breaths, whatever. Over the head, pinch the little metal thing. All right. After you put this on nice and snug, your instructor is going to then tell you that your patient doesn't tolerate the non-rebreather mask, but still requires oxygenation. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove the mask from the patient's face. You're going to lower the oxygen to 4 liters per minute and then apply a nasal cannula. Okay?
Can we put it to 0 if you want?
Yeah, you could turn this off and then switch it over and then put it back to 4. But make sure that if you're going to once you take the mask off, if you take make sure that you don't turn off the oxygen before you take it off the patient's mask.
Yeah, you take it totally off.
Right. Make sure that.
Wait, you turn all the oxygen off when you take it off?
No, you
keep it on.
Right. Make sure you take the mask off the patient before you're turning off the oxygen. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like, right now I have
on.
oxygen on. It's still on until you take it off. Then you turn it off.
And then you can turn it off.
Can you leave it on and just lower it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Either. Alright. Now you're going to put this to an acceptable liter flow, so 4, up to 6. So I'll say 4. We're going to say the same thing to our patient. Sir, I'm going to give you oxygen. This is going to sit in your nose. And you're going to put the nasal cannula up and into the nose, around the ears, and make sure you tighten up the little tighten thing.
Do you really put that on them? Or are you verbalizing?
Oh, thank you.
No, it's going to be a mannequin. Alright. After that, the next thing that they're going to tell you is that your patient doesn't need oxygenation anymore, and that you can please discontinue oxygen therapy.
Let me know when we got on this.
You remove the oxygen from the patient's face,
But other than that, there's no.
disassemble it. Okay, turn this completely off. and then you're going to turn the tank off, bleed out the regulator, and then disassemble the tank.
No.
Right?
So you turn it off and then you let the excess out.
Yeah, you bleed it out, and you safeguard the tank.
Oh, sorry, mister. So you took off the
Nasal cannula.
Okay. You
And
turned
then
off the
Turn off the top, and
Okay.
then bleed out the oxygen from the regulator.
Water bottles in here.
You bleed out the oxygen.
So you turn to the zero. You turn
The tank off
yeah.
to the right,
And then you let all oxygen. And then you have to take off the regulator.
yes, you have to disassemble it.
Okay.
Okay, and that's at the oxygenation station. All right.